First of all, our first guest is, I'm going to have to put these on so I can read all this. I don't want to mess up anybody's title. Today's episode sponsor, representing the Arizona COVID-19 Consortium, joining us now is the COO and co-founder of Yellowbird Holdings, Inc., Michelle Tinsley. Michelle, welcome to Mesa Morning Live.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
I mentioned in the opening show that Arizona COVID-19 Consortium is a collection of organizations, including yours. Who else is involved?
Well, we have a variety of companies. I'm not going to list them all by name, but they're basically representing chemical firms. They're representing PPE makers. We have a university with the University of Arizona. And by doing that, what we're doing is pulling together all the right ingredients to help create the holistic plan to get businesses back to work safely.
Why did these particular companies come together to form this consortium?
Well, what's unique is these companies are already in business and are already doing this as their wheelhouse strength. And now when COVID came, it basically highlighted an urgent need for these types of ingredients to come together. And the thought is rather than kind of be buffeted about by policies, we want to pull people together to really kind of pull on the same rope and get us to work together to, again, put all the puzzle pieces together and offer up a holistic plan to potential customers so that we can do this right and do it with data so that we can really knock this virus out.
That's great. For those of the viewers at home that are watching this that might want to, how can they reach out to the consortium?
Well, we have an email, Arizona COVID Coalition at gmail.com. In addition, you can get hold of any of our companies and we can connect you to the broader consortium. We were put together by a gentleman named Rick Stilgenbauer at Squire Patton Boggs, and he's basically pulled us together to ensure that we're here to serve the community. These are businesses that not only have a large footprint in Arizona, but are nationwide. So we can actually help people beyond Arizona.
That's great. Tell us about some of the work that you guys have accomplished so far.
Sure. So we started with 3 different places to deploy this protocol. The first one is the American Legion, which was in the south part of Phoenix. And that American Legion has a lot of history and a huge footprint in the community as being a positive place for people to have a sense of community and connection. So what we did is we went in there and helped them not only clean and disinfect, but we looked at their policies, controls administratively, as well as engineering controls, and make sure that they have a complete setup to reopen safely. The second business we worked with was Lolo's Chicken and Waffles, particularly the 7th Avenue location. And there we went in with Yellowbird on top of what we did for the Legion, but with that location, we also did the HVAC assessments. So we're looking at how often the air is replaced in the restaurant and making sure that that is up to CDC guidelines. We're also doing surface testing for COVID to ensure that the high traffic surfaces are COVID free. We then went on to work with the hotel out in Mesa at Wrigleyville, the Sheraton that's there. And that was where our webinar took place. And so we made sure that that location also had the full protocol so that we can ensure that the folks that were at that webinar could kind of see firsthand what was done to ensure the safety of that location.
You know, that sounds great, and I'm sure it's a little late for this, but did you ever think about maybe some strategic product placement? I think today, had there been some Lolo's Chicken and Waffles right here for the host, maybe that would have garnered some much needed attention. I'm just saying for next time, you know, something to think about.
Yeah, we need the smell-o-vision for sure. Their food is amazing, and I'm just hungry every time I walk in there.
That's awesome. Hey, for other individuals or businesses that are watching, is there an opportunity for them to be a part of this?
Absolutely. So again, they can contact the consortium and we can work with them on deploying as much or as little as a protocol that makes sense for their business. We do have the ability to, I know we'll get to, you know, with the companies that are represented here today, I don't want to steal their thunder, but ensuring that you're disinfected completely, but then also protected going forward. And we want to make sure that that's really part of what we're doing here. And then with Yellowbird, we have industrial hygienists on demand. So we can come in and deploy that full HVAC and surface testing protocol, or we can even just do industrial hygiene by the hour, which is basically bringing in a scientist to evaluate your square footage and your airflow and making sure that you have a safe place to work.
Just curious for your business name is Yellowbird. What's the impetus of that? Where did that come from?
Well, Michael, our founder, is on the call. I don't know, Michael, if you want to jump in and answer that one real quick.
I'm
kind of his baby.
Hey, I'm happy to. So it was actually, it's a combination of an homage to the canary in the coal mine, combined with a color that represents safety and caution. And then, of course, what we're trying to do and what we are doing is giving the freedom to our professionals to be able to become available to work where and when they want to. So it's the freedom aspect of soaring. It was a fun exercise, and Yellowbird is a great name. I'm very proud of it. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's why I asked. There's always a good reason a company's named what it is. It doesn't just happen. You know, there's some thought that goes into it. Hey, Michelle, I know this is a weird question, and it's tough to talk about it now when it's still 100 degrees plus, but I understand you're a big skier and that you love to ski. What's the most challenging, other than the pandemic, what's the most challenging skiing you've ever done?
Double black diamonds. I have to say I took skiing in college at the University of Oregon, so we went to bachelor every week. And you are forced to get better when you ski in every kind of winter weather condition. So I've now taught my two sons how to ski as well. And the oldest one is on a black diamond run capability. The little one's quickly trying to get there. But I say, likening to leadership. When you ski, at some point you have to have faith and put your skis straight downhill, even if it's just for a few fractions of a second, and have faith in yourself that you're going to pull it through the turn and have the skills to do it right. So that's probably why I love it.
That's awesome. Well, you know, it's weird. ASU doesn't have a very good ski team. I have no idea why.
Maybe water skiing. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Hey, what's the, I wish we all had a crystal ball on when this thing's going to be over. But what about the consortium? What happens? Does it continue on? Is there life after the pandemic?
So I absolutely think, again, these companies have come together in a critical moment to help us through this urgent situation. But absolutely, I think for the next year, businesses are still going to be looking for help. We're going to probably have multiple ebbs and flows on this thing. And it's not going to be a quick, fairy waved a wand and it all just magically went away. I wish that would be the case. But beyond that, these companies have come together already from a base of strength of having business pre-COVID. So that's why we really like this. There's none of us that just jumped in the game and put up a stand and started selling business just for this. This is really we're just highlighting the urgency and bringing our skills to bear. But absolutely, like in the case of Yellowbird, we can now go back to these businesses and offer them annual safety plans, safety training. There's lots of things we can do, prep them for OSHA audit. So it's one of these where these companies are going to continue to market and grow their businesses even after COVID.
Well, that's great. And I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come and tell us a little bit about Yellowbird and also about the consortium. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you at home, put down whatever you're eating or drinking, and a big round of applause for Michelle Tinsley for being here. Thank you very much, Michelle. Good luck. Keep up the good work.